welcome to our video on our trip to the National Blood Bank. Blood Fund Services in Malaysia was pioneered by a group of British Red Cross volunteers in 1955. Initially, this service was only open on Wednesdays from 5 to 5:30 p.m. at the Kuala Lumpur General Hospital building. On this initiative, a total of 25 to 44 donors were successfully collected each month. The National Blood Service Centre, located under the Ministry of Health Malaysia's hospital, is headed by a director. He is responsible for all matters of blood services that include technical and management matters. Starting in 1975, the Centre of Dentistry has played an important role in the standardization of work regulation, methodology, riot, and blood donation equipment nationwide. In 2002, the new National Blood Centre building was built in Jalan Tun Razak and was officially opened by Yang Bahagia Dato' Sri Hasma Muhammad Ali. This building is magnificent and to date in guaranteeing and ensuring a safe blood collection. The National Blood Centre, PDN, is responsible for planning and developing blood transfusion services at the provincial and national levels. PDN provides expertise in many fields, for example, histocompatibility and immunogenetic. At the central region level, PDN is responsible for collecting, processing, and supplying blood and blood products for patients in government and private hospitals for Federal Territory of Kuala Lumpur and Putrajaya. PDN is also responsible for processing and conducting blood screening tests for all states of Selangor, Negeri Sembilan, and also the Western Pahang in order to improve the quality of services as well as to ensure that members of the PDN have continued training and learning. The donors at that time consisted of police, military, and government personnel. After 15 years of service, 5,830 units of blood and no less than 13,860 compatibility tests were performed. In view of the increased service, the blood fund was transferred to a special building at the Kuala Lumpur Hospital in 1971. The building is now known as the National Blood Service Centre and was officially launched in April 1972 by the Director General of Health, Ministry of Health. PDN has organized and provided training nationally and internationally through courses, seminars, workshops, and conferences. There are two types of blood donation: whole blood donation and apheresis. Whole blood donation is the most common type of donation. It is a donation of one pit of the blood, and whole blood has a shelf life of 42 days and is usually transfused within 7 to 10 days of donation. On the other hand, apheresis is a process where the blood of a person is passed through an apparatus that separates plasma and platelets and returns the remainder to the circulation.
The blood disorder of our choice is thalassemia. It is the most common hereditary autosomal recessive hemoglobinopathy in Malaysia, where 1 in 20 Malaysians are carrier of thalassemia trait. Thalassemia is actually due to the reduced production of functional hemoglobin as a result of mutation in HBA1, HBA2 or HBB gene, leading to two predominant types of thalassemia, namely alpha and beta thalassemia. Under these types of thalassemia, there are also minor and major conditions. Thalassemia major patients will suffer from severe anemia, dark urine, paleness, jaundice, poor appetite, and enlarged liver or heart. While thalassemia minor patients can be asymptomatic or develop mild anemia. Lifelong blood transfusion and ion chelation therapy are crucial for beta thalassemia major patients. Babies with alpha thalassemia major, or known as hydrops fetalis, will usually die before or shortly after birth. Hence, thalassemia carrier screening, premarital and prenatal diagnosis, as well as genetic counseling will potentially reduce the prevalence of thalassemia in Malaysia. So the daily activities in the National Blood Bank include blood donation, where they will screen for your blood type and your hemoglobin level before sending you off for a private and confidential counseling session with a medical officer, where they will check for your blood pressure and see if you're eligible to donate blood. Patient who requires lifelong blood transfusion, such as alpha thalassemia minor with severe anemia and beta thalassemia major patients, will receive their blood supplies from providers that actually receive the donated blood from PDN.
The facilities and the services provided by the National Blood Bank include a comfortable environmental setting with a professional service provided by the staff. The staff at the registration counter were extremely professional in handling the registry of the new and regular donors. There were also Wi-Fi services provided in incidences of any delay to keep the donors occupied. The blood donation zone is a wide, fully air-conditioned area. This is to provide a comfortable donation experience for the donors. The blood transfusion procedures were performed by professional, experienced and ethical medical staff. Upon completion of the blood donation, the donors will be provided with a complete nutritious meal. The meal will be provided after the donation at the PDN pantry. Moving on to how the blood donation is performed, we will be showing you a video of the entire process of the blood donation. Before carrying out the blood donation procedures, the donors are first checked for their hemoglobin level and their glucose level. They will then be consulted by the resident doctor to ensure that they are eligible for the blood donation. The patient's blood pressure and pulse is checked before carrying out the donation procedure. A needle is then inserted intravenously to draw out the blood for the donation. After an hour of drawing out blood, the needle will be removed and the donor will be directed to the pantry. Fun facts at the National Blood Bank. The apheresis technique is a blood technology which is unique to the National Blood Bank, as only this center has the equipment and the procedure. This platelet obtained from the donor from apheresis will be stored at a fridge in an agitator which can only last for a few months. Did you know that if you have gone through any surgical procedure, you can only donate your blood 6 months later? This is to avoid any disease transmission between the donor and the patient during the donation process.